We're working with two-point perspective today. How to draw a picture using some rules of depth and space. We are going to work along with this packet. It has step-by-step instructions on what to do. If you don't have the packet, however, you can still work along with the video. The first thing we want to do is make two vanishing points. A vanishing point needs to go right on the edge of both sides of the paper, and you want to go about halfway up. So I'm just going to make a little dot on each side of the paper, right on the edge. After you make your two vanishing points, then you're going to connect them with a ruler. I'm using a permanent marker so you can see better, but you can do all these steps with a pencil. It's best to use pencil because you'll be doing a lot of erasing. I can't erase my permanent marker, so I have to use whiteout. After you make your horizon line, we're going to start by making the first box. You always start a box by making a straight up and down vertical line. So the first vertical line we're going to do kind of close to the middle, and we want it to go above and below the horizon line. So I'm going to set my ruler up, trying to make sure it's nice and straight up and down. Just going to draw a line that's a few inches above and a few inches below the horizon line. Moving on to step 4, we are going to connect our top and bottom of this line to both vanishing points. So the second part of making a box after you get the vertical line done is using vanishing points. I'm going to connect the top of this line to my left vanishing point with my ruler, and then get it just right, connect those, and I'm going to do the same thing with the bottom of my line to the left vanishing point. So this is the fourth slide, or the fourth step in your packet. You want to flip the page and you can see the next step, step 5, is simply to do the same thing on the other side. If you ever feel like the video is going too slow, you can move ahead with the handout, the packet, and go on to the next step. So we're going to do the same lines on the right side. Kind of looks like a kite. And once you have these completed, you now actually have the corner of the box that's closest to you, the left side of the box, and the right side of the box. The sides of the box are just really long right now, so we need to make them shorter. We're going to put a vertical line on the left side and a vertical line on the right side. How close or far away you make these vertical lines to the center is up to you. So I'm going to go one line here and one line on the other side. As long as they're nice and straight up and down, they'll look good. Okay, at this point I have my first box. However, it doesn't really look like I have my first box because of all the extra lines. So we're going to go back and get rid of a few of these. I can get rid of the excess on top where I connected to the vanishing point before. So you'll erase this. I'm just going to use my whiteout. And I'm going to get rid of the excess on the bottom. For now, we're going to keep our horizon line. That's the middle line, the very first one that we drew. Might have to do a second coat of this whiteout. Then I'm going to do the same thing on the right side. Erasing both the top and the bottom. Okay, the box itself, you can also get rid of the horizon line that is going through the box because we don't need that in there. The box is going to cover up that part of the horizon line. All right, not perfect whiteout, but you get the idea. The next box we're going to do will be a floating box. We're going to start the box the same way. You always start with a vertical line, but this time, instead of having the vertical line go above and below the horizon line, we're going to put the vertical line floating in the sky. So off to the right, I'm going to draw a vertical line up in the sky, a couple inches long. And I don't want it to come down too close to the horizon line. I want to have some space, so it's really going to be floating. The next step is to make the sides of the box. So first step is always to make a vertical line. Second step is to use the vanishing points. So this time I'm going to start on the right side, and I'm going to go from the top of my line to the right vanishing point, and I'm going to go from the bottom of my line to the right vanishing point. And I'm going to do that on the other side too. From the very top of my line all the way over to my left vanishing point. I'm not going to draw it all the way over though, because I'm going to have to erase some of it later. But it makes sure that it connects. I'm also going to do the bottom of my line over to my left vanishing point. Line that up. Goes over this way. I'm going to stop just short. Less for me to erase. So I have the left side of my box and the right side of my box, but now I need to end those sides. I'm going to make sure that my ruler's nice and vertical, and I'll slide it over as big as I want the box to be, and I'll draw a line on both the left side and the right side. And now I have two sides of my box. Once again, we're going to erase the extra stuff. So I erase these lines over here. And if I went all the way over to my vanishing point, I'd have to erase them all the way over to my vanishing point. And I'm going to erase my right lines. These ones I did go all the way to the right vanishing point. Now I have a floating box with two sides. It looks a little funny because I'm missing the bottom. The bottom of a box is a little tricky. What you're going to do is find the two lowest corners, which are the left corner and the right corner. Not the middle, okay, but the two outside ones. These two outside ones need to connect to vanishing points, but we're going to actually go to the opposite vanishing points. So for my left corner, I'm going to connect that to my right vanishing point. And the right corner, I'm going to connect it back way over here to my left vanishing point. But for this one, I'm not going to draw a line all the way. I'm simply going to start it and stop it where the other one goes so that they connect right there. And then once again, I have to erase the extra. Got a little tail that hung off right here. And then I have all this that goes to the right vanishing point. As you get better at doing this, you won't need to draw the entire line and keep erasing. So now I have one floating box, one box that's along the horizon line. Now I'm going to put one box that's lower. So we'll start the same exact way as we did before. Let me check the packet here. We are on step 14. We're going to make a box that's lower. So I'm going to put a box down below, make a vertical line below my horizon line. First things first is connect the vanishing points. On this one, I'm not going to go quite as far. I'm going to go just a little ways so I don't have to erase so much. Okay, so from the top over to the left, and from the top over to, I just started it on the right, and we'll go to the left. So step 1 is the vertical line, step 2 is use the vanishing points. Okay, the next thing we'll do is put our 2 vertical lines in, just like before. Make one, I think I'm going to do it right here. And another one right here. Okay, I can get rid of the extra stuff. Now I need to make the top to this box. It's just like making the bottom. You find the 2 highest points and you crisscross them to go to the opposite vanishing points. So I'm going to take my highest left point and make a line going towards the right vanishing point. And then I'm going to take my highest right point and line it up with the left vanishing point. And just make a line till they crisscross. I could keep making boxes all day long using these steps. Boxes that are floating, boxes that are down below, boxes that are across the vanishing point, boxes stuck to other boxes. You finish the first 3 steps. If you want to go on to the next video, I'll show you how to do some more tricks using 2-point perspective.